Hello and welcome to another web edition of Cuse Countdown, previewing Syracuse's matchup with Colgate alongside Jake Marsh and Nicole Weaving. I'm Jackson Ajello. SU coming off a victory where the spark plug came from Matthew Moyer. And Jake, can you tell me there's any way you saw that coming?
Fun fact, Jackson, 18 points against Connecticut. That's more than his whole career combined. Math, crazy, right? Well, no, if Matthew Moyer can keep it up for this whole year, Nicole, Syracuse can really go farther than expected.
Yeah, and even beyond just points, he was really strong in the rebound game as well, so we really can see him being a versatile player this season.
Well, you didn't really see it coming. It blew your mind. It also blew Coach Boeheim's mind. He didn't really know where that performance came from as well.
I've got no clue. You need to go talk to Matt. I have no clue. He's been horrible all year. And that's being nice. I'm being nice. Horrible is a good description, is a nice word for what he's done. And he was a terrific player tonight, and I think he can build on this.
Well, as SU looks to build on that and come forward against Colgate, clearly two stats jump off the page, and one of those, Colgate's three-point shooting. The Orange is last in the ACC in three-point shooting. SU owns the 14th worst three-point shooting of any team in the country. That's out of over 350 teams. So clearly on the other end, though, the Orange has the upper hand on defense. Syracuse boasts over a 10-point advantage on defense, which came into play when the teams met last year. SU's zone held Colgate to just 55 points and a measly 28% shooting. But, Jake, this is a new season. So what is the key to this week's game?
The key to my game for Syracuse and Colgate, keep riding high. Look, Syracuse is coming off another win against one of their biggest rivals in school history. Now, Matthew Moyer, game of his life. Tyus Battle, another 20-plus point performance. Stay level-headed. You'll beat your in-state foe.
Yeah, definitely. That will be a huge momentum carryover. But for me, my key to the game is going to be infiltrating the paint. This is a team that gives up over 28 points in the paint per game. Even in their wins, they've given up over 30 points in the paint. And Syracuse is just coming in as a taller team. They have 3 inches in average over Colgate. With Pascal Chukwu at 7'2", they're going to be able to get it in the backcourt and in the front court driving to the paint. So I think that will really serve Syracuse well against Colgate.
So we know what to look out for, but in the end, Nicole, who comes out on top? What's your prediction?
I have Syracuse coming out on top in this one, 77-64. I think that it's going to come down to Syracuse being able to play really strong defense. As we mentioned, their three-point shooting is very strong for the Raiders, and so it's really going to come down to them being able to get more blocks, more steals, and more rebounds, just being able to really play aggressive.
Good point. I like the pick. Big win for Syracuse as well, but give me 78-60 Orange. Look, there's a lot of distractions in the way. Exams looming for the entirety of the student population. Georgetown next week. Talk about rivals. But Syracuse is the better team, not even close. So as long as they stay level-headed, like I said, you'll be fine.
Both of our analysts not having Syracuse looking packed to this one against Colgate. That'll do it for this web edition of Cuse Countdown. For more coverage of all your sports on the Hill, be sure to check us out at CitrusTV.com or hit us out at CitrusTV Sports on social media alongside Jake Marsh and Nicole Weaving. I'm Jackson Ajello. Now all that's left to do is tip off.